All right. Give me a second, y'all, and I'll be right with you. All right. I'm actually having to view this from my main YouTube account. I'm actually having to view this from my main. Oops. But I gotta mute those sounds because that's gonna be off of my phone. So, we are back on Fishing Planet on the basic version of the game to pick up where we kind of left off. I kind of started playing on the Fisherman because I just got the game. What was it, about 2 days ago now? Like 1 or 2 days ago now. So, and like, it's absolutely amazing. It's a step above what we have with the Fishing Planet. But I want to come back to the Fishing Planet from time to time as well because I did get a month's time for the premium account, and just to have a little bit more fun with y'all, I don't exactly remember where we left off with this one because I got sidetracked with the Fisherman Fishing Planet, which adds a new spot on the map. I think it's the Mississippi location, I believe. I think it's Blue Crab Island, and I think that's Mississippi. Becomes a DLC location for that, and it adds 4 new species of fish. And I covered one of those species last night, but just very briefly because I didn't do some big like major fishing. All I did was some tutorials that show you how to go from the basic telescopic rod that you start out with all the way up to what was the last rod? The casting rod, or the bass casting rod, as some of the game puts it as, because its general intent is to be able to bring in those big bass. But I have also managed to bring in some pretty big pike with it too. So, anyways, let's get back to Fishing Planet. Let's see where we left off. And there are some updates that they actually did with this game that's not in the Fisherman Fishing Planet. But so this ought to be interesting coming back to this one, being a little used to the um, resources that's at my fingertips with the other one. Like for instance, oh gosh, kind of like, and I'll just go ahead and point this out if you actually watched my video from last night when we started the Fisherman, is, I actually, for, what was it, the first several states that you go to, which is Texas, Colorado, Missouri, Emerald Lake, and the Heron, or North Carolina, you actually get the advanced license on just one click. Just one click. And it stays. Now, for example, I do have the unlimited advanced here, but I had to pay bait coins for that. Now, I think the next cheapest one is gonna be this one here. Let me take a look here. So let's go to buy licenses, and yeah, it's fairly reasonable. So, you know, you can pay the unlimited amount for the 15 bait coins here, but on the Fisherman Fishing Planet, you don't need to. It's just one simple click, and that's it. You get the advanced fishing license pretty quickly for practically every single location. And the only I haven't gone anywhere past what is it, Neherrin yet, because I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Hey there, Jody. Yeah, I'm just kind of covering here some stuff here, but just showing the differences after last night's video that I did. But anyways, we're gonna get back into the swing of things over here. Let's see. I've kind of already gone through the Everglades. What's the next one up from the Everglades? That's level 18. I want to say it's this. Actually, I could come over here and we could go through the Netherlands real quick. Actually, we could go through Italy real quick too. I think I've done everything with Lesnie Villa. Let's take a look. Yep, I don't see any explorations for. This is just a basic one now, the regular Fishing Planet. Taking a small break off of the Fisherman because I'm kind of waiting to see if my buddy Wes gets his game soon, so that way him and I can actually go through this together and we can kind of see the comparisons from off of this particular one than it is with you know, just to see the differences, see the similarities. I'm eager to actually fish in the France location and to see some of the other species that were added in as well. So I'm just eager to see that, but I'm just kind of waiting on that one. Why am I tracking that? Oh yes, because I can actually get that at Everglades. Well, I know, because you've been playing on it longer. Well, he's never played on the Fisherman either, so I don't want to exactly go through it and not when he's not around. I haven't heard from him at all today, so I'm hoping that he is all right. But I think we're going to go back to the Everglades real quick and see if we cannot get that trophy Oscar. And then I think we're going to zip over here and... Yeah, I know. There's a lot of different missions I noticed. Like the beginning starts out differently. It helps you set up like all the different rod types. So, I am hoping to. I'm eager to actually get through that one too, because I've gotten up to level 14 on the Fisherman so far. But we're gonna go back to the Everglades real quick. Because I really want to get that. Oh, Lord. Don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it. I want to see it for myself. Alright. Gosh, I hate it when it does that. Alright, it's going to take me down to what, 17,000? Oh well, I don't care. I don't want it spoiled. Don't tell me. Let me find out on my own. Please. Please don't spoil anything else. Please, I don't want to know anything else that I don't already know about it. I like the game, don't get me wrong. I do like the Fisherman, and I actually got one of the DLCs. Well, hey, there he is. Alright, give me just a second here. Not getting snippy at all, but just don't spoil it. Hey, Wes, what's up? Aha.
Hunt for catfish. Not exactly one of these things when I only know one location. Of course, usually when you go get a trophy or unique, it's supposed to be a cooldown period for that spot for 2 hours.
Hmm.
Unless they've changed the rules. So, of course, I tried getting as big a fish as I could. And the sizes that people are catching is, well, 77-pound catfish is like, wow.
That's a big fish.
And most of the people who obviously who are on the tournaments are level 65 players. So of course they have the nets which can hold the big fish. And considering the net I have, and obviously I can't buy a big enough net because I ain't got enough credits at the moment now. I'm like, God damn it. So of course, even if I was going to go over, I wouldn't be able to store fish. My net only got for about what £300 worth of fish. Got me in the place of around the hundreds. I've
Wow.
got to do the next challenge. I've got to do tomorrow's or later on tournament part and try and find what the biggest fish is there and try and find some good locations. And it's not a place I like to fish, which is San Joe. I can't pronounce it. Joking or something like that.
Oh,
Jody would
San
probably.
Joaquin.
That's the one. And I've got to know what's going to be the best bait and hook or feed or it's the float or it's the spinners and I'll search, see if I can find a couple of spots, find the biggest fish for that area and hope for the best I can get 10 really big fish to come in the top 20. Now
Oh,
my
wow.
luck, I'll come in the top hundreds, but it will still be allowed. But at the moment I'm just going to try and grind the cash for the travels and that long make up
So I
for
figured out what size keep net comes with that one DLC.
size, but I don't want to pay for a DLC. I just want to try and. I've got a big enough keep net as it is. I've got a £440 keep net. I'm not too worried about
Well, for
making.
the DLC on the other game, not this one.
Oh, uh, well, there's free DLC? No, hold on. You don't
No,
have to pay.
it was a very cheap DLC, but
Oh,
after
oh yeah,
you buy it once, it's
yeah.
cheap. You buy it a second time, you actually pay a little bit more.
Buying the same net twice.
But I did find out what size the net is though for that one.
Ah, the one that we couldn't figure out what the size was.
The same size that you have.
£440.
Mm-hmm. Which
It
means
is
by the
what it
time
is.
I get to the Everglades, I can actually keep the Terratarpon.
Yes. Oh, especially considering it has a £110 max fish weight capacity for one
Yep.
single fish. Now, Jody's showing off by having the £551 keep net.
Show off.
I would have actually bought that keep net, but unfortunately I was short by 40,000 credits. I was like, well, I'll try my best. But then again, I could only get up to £300 worth of catfish anyway. I just didn't take enough bait with me because I decided to do some fishing before I went to work. Thought that's all the bait I'm going to need. They're the hooks I'm going to need. Apparently, I should have maybe taken a size 9 art hook. Might have got me a lot bigger catfish. Or supposed to be able to get them on an 8.0 hook or 9.0 hook, which are supposed to guarantee you a trophy or unique. I'll have to test at some point. But then, obviously, if people are using feeders, they're going to be using ground bait to attract the fish
Yep.
in a bit quicker. And of course, I thought I had ground bait on me. I left it all back at the base camp, and of course, I thought, oh, I'll quickly do the shop. Yeah, nothing was in the shop on ground bait. I was like, damn it. But I've got to remember tomorrow to take ground bait with me, or later on today, my time. But yes, fun one. But it'll be fun. I'll hit that limit. Sweet. But yeah, the tournaments are quite interesting. Saw a couple of the people I saw yesterday in the chat part. Someone doesn't. There seemed like one person wasn't happy, saying, "Oh, how is it that it's always the same type of top players, or exactly the same, almost as last month's one?" And some other jargon about maybe cheaters and hackers. I'm thinking, pretty sure people aren't really hack fishing planet. Cheating it, I'm not pretty sure that it's a possible way to cheat on fishing planet because fishing game. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Big size of fish there, some people had on it. I was like, gee, pound fish. Damn. They got to have a good rod for that. And I went with the best rod I
Yep.
had. But
I would imagine that you would want a good rod for that.
yeah. But I just couldn't believe it, how big a size fish people had. Like, wow. Yeah.
Trying to get that trophy Oscar.
Uh, I hate that one. I hate it with a passion. That took me ages. Oh, no, somebody else is taking the top spot now. £78 fish, and it's more likely going to be a catfish. Now, there's a lake sturgeon on there, like usually there is. You can somehow hit the lake sturgeon. Well, that. Wow! An £81? 83. Okay, so I was going through the top 20 players, and someone's got an £83 fish to either be the catfish or the long sturgeon. I'm going to guess it's more the catfish than the sturgeon. £83 fish. Wow. And most of their top weights for top players is what, 149 all the way up to £638 worth of fish total. Between 10 fish? Wow. They must have really been just hitting uniques most of the time for that one.
Now, I know this is an area where someone caught a unique gar here where I'm at.
Yeah, that is known for the gar in that spot. I know
Yeah.
during the Halloween event, I think you had to use Pig's Eye with a certain Halloween hook for, I'm pretty sure it was Vampire Gar, I think. Remember right, it was Vampire Gar. It was one of the Gars. But yeah, that is one of the locations for Gar. And even then, they were quite a bit of a fight. Them ones were.
Because I know that's one of the other mastering missions.
Yeah. But yeah, I know
Because
there's
all I have left
Jody's
for the
comment as well about the Antlered Salmon mission. Technically, it's actually a challenge and a mission unless they've got a mission on. But for this game, they do have as a challenge, but it's a seasonal event because it's Christmas. That's the only time that one's available. Just so you
yeah, I would imagine
know.
something like that would actually be.
Well, when there's seasonal events, you'll get obviously when you catch certain fish, it'll come up. You know, when you check your profile, you can see there's certain challenges that come up. Obviously, you get the little notification because you got the one of that fish, but then it'll make you want to get like 50, then maybe 250 of that type afterwards. But yeah, that one's probably the Christmas. Well, this month's seasoned event challenge, which you can then repeat next year if you don't complete the first this year. Luckily, it doesn't reset from what I know. Sorry, my voice is going a bit.
Mm.
But yeah. Oh, the Everglades.
Yeah, I really want to get that Oscar, and I want to see if I can't catch at least, oh gosh, the size guard that I need for here,
Yeah.
because I just need to get the trophy Florida guard, but I'm pretty sure the unique would also count as well.
I'm pretty sure the unique will count.
So if I catch the unique, I'll be
It
happy.
should tick off the trophy, yes. I can't say for certain, but I didn't pronounce that word. Genetically? Theoretically speaking, it should tick it off because obviously it is higher than it. So it should tick it off. Should. Be stupid for it not to tick it off.
Yeah. After Christmas is over, though, I am gonna start doing like live streams for Skyrim.
Yeah. You'll be having fun with that then.
Have you ever played on that?
I did on the PS3.
I actually
I
beat it on the PS3.
um, it somehow glitched on me and said I completed the game.
Hmm.
I actually had a friend come over who's played it a load of times. Because I said to them what I got up to, they went, "Oh, you haven't completed." I went, "Well, there's no other mission." And obviously, near enough when you complete, you're supposed to be able to ride a dragon, and yet I can't ride a dragon. And I showed him the file. I showed him exactly where I was. I had it saved to the point of where I was before. Did the mission exactly the same again, and he was like, "Have you completed it?" I says, "You tell me." He went, "But this shouldn't happen." I was like, "Yeah, you tell me."
Hmm.
And he was like, "But you're supposed to have another mission." I went, "Yeah, that's what you and everyone else keeps saying. But there's no other mission." And we literally spent 2 hours trying to find out. Even went to the location where the next mission was supposed to be. It's not there. So somehow I bugged the game out, and I spent ages just to get that to that point, and it was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to start again." I went, "No, I'm not doing it again." I spent that much time trying to complete it. I was like, "No, maybe some other later time in the future." But No.
Yep, I do plan on doing a stream for that. I've also got some other games I'll probably do some streams for as well.
Yeah.
One I will not stream though is GTA 5,
Yeah.
just because of
That
the
is fair
content, and I
enough.
want to be able to keep it as you know, age
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah. Which is very understandable. The only way you could get around it is if you did it on PC, and then obviously you did private server, and then you had some people who were with you to do it, and then you edit it so it's age appropriate. But yeah, GTA is one of them types where it's not really an age appropriate game.
Yeah, because I'm really not,
Yeah.
you know, kind of doing the whole age thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there's all different ages playing on Fish of Planet and some of the other games that I do have.
Yeah. Cool.
Because when I got the PS4, it came with Horizon, The Last of Us, and God of War. So The Last of Us will probably be another game I will live stream.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty unique story.
The Last of Us Part 1 or Part 2?
Part 1, I don't have Part 2 yet.
I haven't got Part 2 yet either. I know when it came out, I was going to get it straight away when it came about. Unfortunately, I had to go be at work. I'm like, I'll wait a bit. And of course, then a load of people start slandering him.
This is a heavy fish.
It is. You probably got the gar. But I'm a bit shocked that people slandered a Part 2, and I'm thinking,
okay, I'm gonna test.
It
Might be a trophy.
I'm gonna say just under. But if it's a gar, it's just under a trophy anyway.
No, it's what I tell you.
Watch a 10-second delay. Yeah, it was a trophy, but not a gar.
Well, that's that's the bass jig that I have on right now. I'm just spin fishing while I'm waiting.
Ah, right. I didn't realise you're spin fishing. I thought that was your feeder rod. So, like I say, when I'm watching YouTube on my phone, obviously when it's live streams, it's usually a bit iffy on the texture. So it's when it's fully uploaded or when a stream's finished, all the texture and visuals absolutely fine. I could try redoing the whole thing with my phone, but my phone's been a bit iffy and it's gotten worse. I need to have a new contract for my phone at some point, but I'm waiting for the contractors to get in touch with me so I can upgrade my phone. But yeah, I can see like the big numbers and part of the colouring from the rod, but like I said, I didn't realise you were using the spinning.
Yeah, I'm just spinning while I let that sit. Because right now that's got the medium cut bait on it, so it could go, either way as with the catfish or the gar.
Yeah.
I mean, like you, I'm actually viewing this on my phone right now.
Yeah.
Mostly because I have IMVU up and YouTube lags out like crazy with that up.
Oh. It's always fun. Saying that, I might have to think about doing some live streams, but I don't think my internet can actually support it. My internet's pretty bad. I did try last year, I think. Somebody says, "Oh, why don't you live stream or share play?" And I tried, and it went, "No, your network isn't strong enough." I was like, "There you go, guys." And
that sucks.
Yeah, because I made another account, which obviously is what I do my other Fish Planet on, but it's mostly doing the contests. I was like, oh, I want to set up a YouTube. I'm like, I can't be asked.
No, I just realized something. My bass gives a 3/0.
Yep.
So I'm probably
You're
going
gonna
to be
see.
yanking out the trophies a little bit more than normal
Yeah.
with all the, I think it's what, 3 different species of bass here?
Pecan bass. Pecan? Yeah. Pretty sure it's pecan bass, butterfly bass, and largemouth bass.
Thought it was butterfly peacock. Yeah, there you go. Butterfly peacock bass. Largemouth, because I just reeled one in a little bit ago. And I think there's a smallmouth bass here. One way to look, though.
There is, but technically, when it comes to the bass, well, when it's smallmouth, it's actually the smallmouth and the largemouth are the same. It's just
The size of the mouth.
that's it. But my brain really does not want to work for me today.
Largemouth. Butterfly peacock. Largemouth. Nope, just the 2 bass.
I thought there's a pecan bass.
No, it's the butterfly peacock is what it is.
Ah, right. That's why I'm getting my names mixed.
Because you can get that as a trophy and a unique.
Yeah.
And I do think you can get, yeah, you can also get the largemouth bass as a trophy or unique as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fun. Always fun.
Hey, at least I'm gonna get a trip's worth of fish out of this.
But I'm pretty sure when it comes to the guard, they only fish it. They only bite at night time. I could be wrong. Well, early hours of the morning and mostly night time. Not wrong.
You're lucky if you've managed to catch it during the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Normally they're like a early night, evening into early night.
Yeah. I think it's the Florida gar.
Yeah, the Florida gar.
They can be. They bite quite more often during the daytime, but that's at the middle spawn point on the left. Yeah. Not the middle one. That's on the right on the map. So all you do is throw in front of you into the lily pads from the middle spawn point on the left hand side of the map.
Oh, I know where you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't remember the names of
The
them.
drifting. Oh gosh. Because I'm here at the lily pad.
Yeah, you're the one just south of the spawn.
Alright, lily pad channel is where I'm at right now. There's the floating thickets. And then the infinity tunnels.
It'll be...
It's the floating thickets is where you're probably thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I was thinking the map being different. I'm not sure what the full...
Alright, here. I'll bring it up on the GPS.
No, it's alright, because you've got it there. You're at the one that... You got the one on highlighted that I'm on about. So I was thinking the map was a bit different. That's all. My head just doesn't work.
You see, here's the GPS right here. So here's, I'm down here at the floating thickets. Or, no, there's a floating thicket right here.
Yeah.
Because the gar, from what I have seen, seem to bite in the more shallow regions. which is why I kind of have that wall of markers there.
Yeah.
I think that was for the. Oh, that's where someone managed to hook an Oscar, the trophy, right around in that area. And the same thing with this is the unique GAR,
Yeah.
but I also saw it up in here as well.
Every morning. Not every day, it's every morning. But yeah.
See, my graph is showing that I'm going to have a more of a better chance of hooking anything during the midday.
Yeah.
Right now, day 2 is when I will be able to probably get that GAR to really hit during the early day.
Mm.
Could always go fishing for tarpon.
You could.
That was a fun fight.
Yeah.
That was funny that I accidentally did that with the wrong
rod.
And then not to be able to keep it because I didn't have the right size net.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder, I might have to look at the shop real quick. Because it's what the Fish Cabin Large is the one that you have right now.
Yeah.
And that's the one that comes with that DLC with the Hunter's boat.
Pack.
Yeah, the Hunter's pack. And as soon as I get the fourth slot holder on that,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go and get one of the other ones because there's a bottom pack that comes with a feeder rod and a match rod.
Good.
Because that one pack that I just got comes with a casting rod and a basic spinning rod.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty good because with all of them, it seems like they have a specific theme to it.
Yeah.
Which actually kind of makes it worth it almost.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that you can actually use some in-game cash to actually buy the DLCs.
You can to a certain degree.
It takes us about, I want to say, 2,000? 2 or 20,000, I think.
Well, if it's for this game, obviously, you can buy a similar type of rod to it. Obviously, it just doesn't have the
Well,
design.
for the fishermen, you can actually use in-game
bait
cash
one, yeah.
for, well, not the bait coins, the actual cash that you earn.
I did notice, obviously, because I watched a bit of the stream from last night, earlier today.
Yep.
I did notice that a couple of the outfits that you could get from GLs or previous tournaments that are going, you could actually get the outfits or new waistcoats. I noticed that there was a new waistcoat as well. I was like, that was on Fisherman Kind. I haven't been able to check today on this one because obviously they had a update. Had to wait till that finished before I could do the tournament. I was like, right, tournament, quick, get it done. Like I can't miss it just in case. But that was a bit of fun. At least I made a bit of cash from the tournament. Well, from doing the tournament, but I didn't see my actual cash come into my account on the game. Because it's either just done it straight away or I just don't notice it too much. I made a good 10,000 from the just fish anyway.
Yeah.
At least when the fishing I do, which isn't on the tournament, I'm making about 35,000 each time. So you can imagine how much shiners I take with me when I'm fishing for pike. Unfortunately, I use a float rod and not anything else. I do now and again use the spinning rod with the Golem Lure, but
well, one thing that I like about having, more than one rod is the different styles. And if you actually have the spinning rods with you, you can actually, do some spin casting while waiting on your other lines to take.
Yeah.
So you're not, just standing there and saying, okay.
Like what I'm kind of doing, because obviously where I'm at is on St. Croix Lake. I'm literally on the boat into the spot where I know the pike are. Just waiting for them. I could do it on the by being on the other side. The reeds on the land, but unfortunately, if I try casting out, I always seem to get snagged and then I'm out until we bring the snags, or I just don't get a bite at all. For being on a boat from where I'm at, I don't mind, just having the float out because I know it's going to take that bit of time. I could use a feeder rod and, if I had ground bait, put ground bait in it, and it would trap the fish a bit quicker.
That might be something I might try doing, is to not even put a hook on it, but to just throw a feeder rod out and just attract the fish and then be casting out around that.
I'm pretty sure you have to have a hook on the rod, though.
I'm going to test it at some point.
I know if it was a spod rod, obviously, because it flies in it's just basically thrown and then disperses bait. But it's only pet bait, which is mostly for the carp. I'm not sure if you can put ground bait in it or not. I haven't really tested that.
I don't have one on me right now because I have the 2 match, the spinning.
Well, the spod rods are pretty high level, so but I haven't even tried to save the money up for that yet to do. Or test to see if spod rods are even worth it. But I will at some point.
Alright. I should actually get the Oscar right around in here, actually.
Yeah. Come on, Pike, just bite the rod. There we go. Point with his food. I don't know. And he's in straight away. And it was a £6 fish. Yeah. Not gonna complain. That. Welcome to everyone else who's joined the stream. Hope they're enjoying themselves today, whatever they're doing.
Yep. And with it being the night before Christmas Eve, I hope you have a good Christmas, because I will not be streaming. I may or may not be streaming tomorrow night. It depends on if I'm staying over at my parents' house or not.
Well, no matter what, I hope you enjoy your Christmas.
I hope you do too.
I've got to spend it with family. I want to be left alone. Yeah, I should have a good enough Christmas. I just feel like the charm for Christmas has been lost a bit on me, to be honest. But I will enjoy it as best I can, thank you. But if people have any questions they'd like to ask, they can always ask.
Yep,
Ooh.
feel free to ask questions if you're new to the game or if you're just curious as to what other games I might stream. Feel free to ask.
Yeah. As they say, the more you know, well, the more you ask, the more you can know and learn.
Yep. I got me an idea.
Uh-oh. I got me an idea. I don't like the idea. Hon, is this going to hurt me more or you more?
More like an idea as to how deep it is right there. Okay. Because I do know that there's a deep hole right here in front of us here. And that's kind of why these markers are right where they're at, is because beyond that is like between a foot to 6 feet deep, which is actually good for the gar. And then right down in there would actually be good for the catfish because they are bottom dwellers and they do like to hide in the deep holes.
I certainly do. Go. That kind of reminds me. Well, deep holes that are on that one kind of remind me of the one on Quanchkin Lake. Catfish and gar are always fun to try and catch.
Especially when you're trying to figure out where they're lurking at.
Quanchkin Lake isn't too bad for that. At least during the daytime, whichever hole you go for, you're going to at least try and mostly catch a big fish. In the deep spots, it's just
hence the reason for the 6-aughts. Is I want to catch a monster. Or not exactly a monster, but I just want to catch a big fish.
Yeah, I know what I mean. Trophy or unique, yeah.
Trophy or unique will definitely take on the 6-aught. The question is what times do they prefer to strike at?
Well, when it comes to, obviously, the highest peak you have in your time is when you have a very high chance of getting the uniques. After that, it's very, very, very hard and rare and random.
Actually, why do I keep doing that when I can actually just do this? Oh, wait. Never mind.
Fast forward the time to it, yeah. I know when it comes to St. Quachkin Lake, I did do some testing with the same rod through a peak, and I was getting at least one unique in every 40 fish. And that's out of pike, because obviously I was using the right bait in the spawn area for the pike with the same
if you
size
know where
hook.
to go looking for them.
Yeah. So there is, if you're able to just catch that one fish, and you have the right size hook for them anyway, a 1 in 40 chance that you'll get that fish. Now, maybe using ground bait might help. Can't really tell about doing some more testing again. And that would mean I'd have to use a feeder instead of a float rod. Spinning rods, you kind of put them in between the float and the feeder. Obviously, they've got a set thing, and depending on the type you use, depends if it's going to be floating or sinking. Being then, it's a 1 in 40 chance if it'll be 1 in 40 that it'll be unique fish. But even if you use a bigger hook, because usually with the Chinese and a size 7/0 hook, I should get pike at least £10 or more. The last 5 I just caught were £6 fish. Well, £6 pike, which I'd usually get if I was using a 3/0 hook. So, like, sizes can make a slight difference in the size of fish. But sometimes you can still get the smaller.
It's not a definite, but it's a possibility.
There is a chance, there is an increased chance with a bigger hook. Well, obviously, if you go over a certain size hook that the fish should take, you won't catch a single thing, or shouldn't catch a single thing. I've heard of people using a 10/0 hook with a maggot and catching, the biggest fish they could. I was going to say the fried fish, but they caught with just a maggot. I think it was a carp or something like that. And they caught the big carp. I can't remember what the size of the carp was, but it was a really big carp. Pretty sure it was unique. But a size 10/0 hook with 1 maggot. Realistically, there wouldn't really be a maggot on your hook. It's just like, oh look, let's just put a bit of skin on top of the hook and that'll be it, really. Obviously in real life it wouldn't really work like that. Obviously you do a load of maggots onto the hook to make that work, but it's kind of funny.
So what I'm actually trying to do here is to try and get that last panfish that I need, because with the mission here is just I need to cut the Oscar.
I'm pretty sure they bite on bloodworms, I want to say.
I did see bloodworms there.
Sorry. So I think I caught mine with bloodworms.
Marshmallow, semolina balls, red, and bloodworms.
I think on that map there's a high chance with the bloodworms. From my experience, anyway.
Well, right now I have marshmallow on a 3/0 hook because I just switched it from a 6 to a 3. But again, I'm not fishing in the peak time right now.
Yeah.
I may go ahead and just pull my lines in and zip to the peak time.
Yeah.
But at least I have an idea with what I want to do. Alrighty. I love this update that they did.
It's just I haven't even checked the shop to see what they added. From what the information said, it's just supposed to be bug fixes and improvements. So I don't know if they've added anything. Yeah, because it's going to be Christmas Eve. Well, technically it's Christmas Eve for me where I'm at, but I don't know if they've added some or updated any areas to say.
I'm just talking about this particular update that they did back when I was still playing, going for the Rainbow Outlaw.
Yeah, right.
Because you pointed it out, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? You look, and it's like, oh, hey.
Yeah. I didn't even check to see if they fixed the bug with the flashlight. Like I said, they had an update then. I can't tell, because even though I'm on a map with a load of other people, I just don't the people close enough to tell if they fix that bug or not. Um, Obviously, anyone who's watched will know what bug we're on about with the flashlights. Which I hope they've actually finally fixed that bug. If not, then it'll be like, okay, might have to mention it again if they fix it. Even though it's absolutely hilarious, though. It is funny.
It is pretty funny.
At first I went, what the hell? I was like, okay, they've just done it as a joke for Halloween, but it was still on. I was like, okay, that's not.
You were saying what? Bloodworms?
Yeah, I think, if I remember rightly, the hook might be a bit too big. I think I was using just a 2 hook. Just a size 2 hook, I mean, for bloodworm.
Yes, I do, bro.
Well, he caught the tarpon.
I did catch the monster, but
yeah, didn't have the right size net.
the
I think any time we go anywhere, we're gonna have to make sure that every time you have the stuff, not the stuff, the right set.
well, at least
the net.
I did
make sure you've got
something
the
right.
right size net for the fish, and get the right rod out.
Well, at least I
still
did something
couldn't
right
believe
by
that.
actually getting that one DLC pack on the fisherman, because now I have the capability of holding up to what, 440 pounds, and what's the max on the single fish?
For the same net I've got, it's £110. That's a max weight of a fish. If you're on about the max weight of a fish totally out of the nets, I think the
Like
max
440.
Fish I think it's actually 350.
I know it's above 400 pounds. I know that because I remember that.
If you're on about how much fish in weight altogether, it's 1,110 if I remember rightly, or it might be a bit more. But a max weight fish,
Too hot.
singly, is I think £350. I think I'll have to double check at some point. Well, was it a bit more? I can't remember.
I still get a slight chuckle when I think about when I first went after the darn terror tarpon. Wait a minute, that's the wrong rod. Oi.
Yeah, and then the other time you had the wrong leader on the line. Why is this not? Why is this tension so low?
And it was a DLC rod too.
Yeah, he turned out to be the leader. It had to be the leader at the time. That was hilarious.
So I'm sitting here thinking, why is this DLC rod actually snapping?
Yeah.
Turns out I had the wrong size lead on.
Yeah.
Oops.
It happens.
You live and learn.
Mm. And I can't even pronounce that last word.
I think it just meant to say, and he's quiet, LOL.
Ah, right. Right, my eyesight's playing up today. I might have to get my glasses on at some point. I can't be asked to get off the sofa to get my glasses. Oh, my glasses! I can't see without my glasses. Oh dear.
That was funny. I'm sorry. Hands down, I think of all the clumsiest, funniest moments that I've had ever since I started live streaming this. That tops the cake.
Nah, I'm pretty sure there'll be other times you'll have to do some on a different game, and you'll be like, that was the most stupidest thing I've ever done. These things do happen though in games. Yeah, when I did the first monster, Lone Star Lake, didn't realise that I would exceed the limit on my net just for a single fish, and I was annoyed.
Yeah, if you don't upgrade it to the next level,
Yeah.
you won't be able to.
Fine. I got the money and the experience from the mission. Fine. I got experience from catching the fish, but I didn't get the cash, and I was so annoyed at myself.
I think the next level up that you get, you actually have the available space to actually go and get it.
I had to. Well,
It's either the
I got one that was
second or the third.
with 3. I think the one you need is the one I should have had was the £50 weight limit of a single fish, which I think's a level 20 keep net. I think I might be wrong on the level.
I keep meaning to look and see what the keep nets are.
Yeah, I should really be getting a bigger keep net, but for the amount of fish I can hold, it's like I don't want to spend that much just for maybe an extra £50 worth of fish or £100 worth of fish. If I'm going to upgrade my net, I want it to almost be, an extra 200, almost double what I'm carrying right now. But I look at the levels, I'm like, if I go up another 2 levels, I can get this bigger net one instead. I'm like, I just wait until I get this level for the bigger keep net. But then I'm going to do it again. I'm like,
yeah, I'm gonna have to back out, see, because I cannot get any higher keep nets right now just from being in this menu.
Yeah, they've only got set fish nets, haven't they, on that map? Well,
Yep.
set items in the shop when you're on fishing area.
I don't think they
Then
keep the monster fish in mind.
The requirements is to have the right stuff for the big fish.
That is very true.
Depending on the fish. Giggity. Yeah. As long as you've got the right gear, you can get the fish, and hopefully you've got the right net or stringer. Even though I would never want to use a stringer.
Well, there's a
Obviously, if you
bluegill.
decide to get rid of this fish, you can't on a stringer. With a keep net, at least you can send it back into the water. Or a stringer, no matter what, you always set with them bloody fish.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but I like to join in on the question anyway.
Um, uh, actually, I think there's like 1 or 2 saltwater spots here. Isn't there?
Um, there is, but you don't really do much anything to do with saltwater fish, though.
Now, I do know that there is a saltwater fishing game out, but I'm just shocked that they haven't included like the saltwater fishing for
Yeah,
this.
that's well. I was speaking to a family who do fish, and I says I'm surprised they haven't. I don't know if well, it'll be interesting if they did add something like that.
It would.
But then, at what extent do they add the fish up to? Do they add it up to like shark or something like that?
I would imagine maybe the medium-sized sharks that aren't, like extremely big.
Yeah,
Like maybe like getting up to like the
bringing in a
size of the
dolphin
nurse
would be
sharks or something like
hilarious.
that.
Yeah, you accidentally hook the dolphin, you're gonna get a fine 10 grand or something like that. You go, what? Um,
Well, dolphins are practically just like the bull shark, where they can enter the fresh and salt water.
yeah, yeah. I am kind of surprised they haven't added, you know, some sort of sea
Well, they're
fish in as well.
constantly updating stuff, so and with it, they started out with the freshwater. Was to say that within the next year or so, they're going to expand and say, hey, you know what? Let's add certain spots that are gonna, have some saltwater fishing.
Yeah, it is possible that they could add it later on down the line.
But even if they do, I would imagine that they would like
It's
probably.
possible they could add it to the Fisherman Planet first, which would be a DLC. Um,
That's probably what they will do.
it's possible, obviously, for the for the free Fisherman Planet. Well, saying that, they might just let you unlock that area a bit sooner, but then that might be a high level. Well, saying that, if they up the level and obviously bring in some more rods, it's possible. Um,
I'm
but I
pretty
know,
sure that if they do add, like the option to go after, certain species of sharks, I'm pretty sure they'll add new rods.
yeah, I
But
was going to say they have brought out some other, well, not Fishing Planet itself, but there have been some games where they've actually brought out sea fishing.
yeah,
Um, so I think there are some other games which do actually do fishing with sea fish. Um, uh, but then they might turn around and decide they don't want to do that because somebody might go, "Oh, you're copying our theme with fishing sea fish," even though technically, fishermen can argue back saying, "Well, you're copying because you're actually doing a game about fishing for fish." Um,
I mean,
but
so
yeah,
far, you're
it would
just
be
doing
interesting.
nothing but freshwater fishing on this game, or both games in that manner.
Yeah, but it would be interesting if they added, some salt water fish or sea fishing in. It would be interesting. I
Right.
think if they did that, you might. If they did add it in, you'd get quite a lot of people who would like to get into it and do it as well. But they'd have to do an extra few lots of new rods and that lot. Um, MX versus ATV games. Yeah, I do agree on that. They do. Yeah.
You know what? You have a point there. Why name it Fishing Planet and not include locations that are gonna, feature, even brackish water? Because technically, if I remember right, the Everglades is brackish.
I'm gonna say pass. I don't know on that part. I'm not
I
good
may,
with
I may have to
geography.
look it up, but I'm pretty sure that the Everglades is brackish water because of the location.
Yeah, but yeah, I think obviously, I I think no, my brain's gone on that. Saying what I was going to. I'd gone. I think Fishing Planet wasn't really started off as a big team of people, so I think there was an idea of a game, and you know they did the basic of it. Obviously, because it's doing so well, they're able to have more fishing. So it's possible they
Well,
could
they're
add a lot
already
more.
looking at doing more locations, so it's possible.
Yeah. Well, like with the Fisherman Planet, they already have the Fisherman Fishing Planet. They already have an extra place, which I'm gonna guess is maybe the test one before it comes out on the free to play game.
Which
Um,
may wind up becoming a DLC for the free to play.
Seeing
Well,
that I've
for the
not seen any DLC locations. Fine, I know when they bring out a new map, they do a pack so you can get to it a lot sooner. But it depends on the level restriction they put for it on the Fisherman Fishing Planet, though. Because I'm not sure what level that other location was.
which one?
You know the one that's new from the
I
extra
think that
one.
was a level 24.
Yeah, see, yeah, because usually when they add the new one in, complete new one, it's a bit of a higher level, or it's usually maybe a bit less of a level for people to test it.
That's what I thought.
So, but then if they're going to
That
have
is
it as a
exactly what I thought,
low
Dusty.
level, low level one, then readjusting it later, and
I thought the Everglades was brackish. Thank you for confirming that. So you actually have the mix of freshwater and brackish water fishing. So maybe there is a possibility that they will bring, the
yeah, it is possible. They might already have it slightly there, but they haven't finished all the coding for it. The only way to really know is if people had a PC and
yep.
they delve deep into the coding of that lot. Because I know sometimes when game developers make a game, they still have codings for things, even for like the events that's there, but they just have to activate a few bits of code. Like if we're going to get a DLC, well, like when you get a DLC, all games will have the DLCs already on the game. It just just get code for the DLC to be active for your account. That's why when you usually get DLCs, it's usually done instantly because obviously it just goes, here you go, you've got the code now.
But also they want to make sure that it's going to work too.
Yeah, I know certain DLCs obviously they download because it actually is a download part, but that might be because it's another map.
Very true. The bayous are also the mix between fresh and brackish. But I think it's mostly brackish, like right along where it actually starts to meet the open coastal waters.
No, that's probably a trophy you got on your hook, innit? Was
Probably.
you spinning? I'm guessing that's
Yeah,
your spinner, right?
that's my spinning. The match rods in the bottom DLC is still sitting on my rod holder. But it was just close to a 4-pound largemouth bass.
That's not bad. Come on, pike, just bite my hooks. I know I was using a
You know, I
pirate hook.
sat trolling in Emerald Lake for a while
Yeah,
over on fishing the fisherman,
yeah.
having fun with just showing off.
I bet you were.
It was just so funny because someone's asked, "Where did you catch that sauger?" or "How did you catch that sauger?" So I quickly popped up and said, "Well, there's a drop off over there where that guy's at, and they and you have to use the lift and drop method to catch it."
Yeah.
Although I have caught sauger while trolling too.
Yeah.
I actually managed to catch a trophy one while trolling on around last night.
Nice. That's the second time you've done it. Show off.
Oh, right at the surface.
Oof.
Right at the surface.
That's nice. I don't
Yep.
want to have to go to the shops later on
I
today.
know it's the same way with Mississippi, Texas, Florida, certain spots of North and South Carolina. Same thing with Georgia. Virginia's the same way, and even here in Maryland.
Mm.
So that's
Very
where I'm
nice.
at, is in Maryland. Because I'm a little less than an hour away from the ocean.
Mm. You do ocean fishing as well then? Or could do ocean fishing. Coastal fishing.
I would have to do it from a boat, though. Because where I'm at, I can walk down to the river and look over towards
Yeah.
Virginia. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably 2 hours to get to the ocean. But I'm still pretty close to the ocean, though.
Yeah. Mine might be a good, 3-4 hour drive, but then I don't drive.
But the
if I,
fishing
if I
here in
go by
Maryland is
bus or
pretty good,
train, it'll
though.
take a good 6 to 8 hours.
Yep. It's actually interesting because some of these fish that we're catching on Fishing Planet here are some of the same ones that are here in Maryland.
Yeah.
We've got small and largemouth bass. We've got channel catfish here.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I can't think of some of the other ones. But catfish are widespread. You can catch them almost in every continent except for Antarctica. There's just so many different species, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have about maybe 10 different species of catfish here in the game.
I just call them catfish. Yeah, what was it? Welsh catfish, blue catfish, flathead catfish.
3.
Don't ask me on the fourth because I don't know.
Channel. Black and brown bullhead.
Well, that'd be 5 then.
The gaff topsail catfish.
Yeah, that makes 6.
And then there's the South American ones that are there as well. There's the red-tailed catfish, gilded catfish,
That's like 8 fish. That's like 8 catfish now.
Oh
It's more than four. It's
gosh.
almost double. Oh wait, it is double.
Okay, I'm gonna cheat.
Hey, cheat. Oh, you're gonna look it up, are you?
Actually, because remember I told you I saved a list
Yeah.
of all the different species
Fishes.
of fish, so that
Yeah.
way when we go through the fishermen, I can actually see which ones was added.
Yeah.
So let's see. We got the channel catfish, and I'm looking because I have it set where it's the set as when you level up.
Yeah.
So there's a channel catfish, black bullhead. So there's two.
Yeah.
Da, 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 Aaron. There's a flathead.
Oh, now Dustin's showing off. There are nearly 3,000 species
Yeah,
of
but
catfish
I
in the
don't think
world.
they're gonna put all of them in the game.
No. And wow, to know that there's 3,000 species of
Yeah,
catfish, I would not be able to name them all.
I don't
A
know
few,
all of them,
maybe.
but they are. It is a big family of fish, though.
Or I'll turn around and goes, that's a catfish, that's a catfish, that's a catfish. And then just point at someone saying, and you're a catfish. And people just turn and look and go, hey, what? And just
Alright,
have pictures
so
of catfish all over, the walls like wallpaper or something, or painted on there and go, and this room's catfish. God, you'd have to have something mad enough just to do a whole species of
that is
catfish.
very true, especially places that are untouched by human hands. Dang it, now I lost count. Alright, so channel. Black bullhead.
Yeah, that's two.
Flathead.
Three.
Falcon Lake, Everglades. We already said brown. We already said channel. Gaff top sail catfish. That makes
That's four.
4.
It's a good
Wells
one.
catfish makes 5.
Yeah, you haven't said that one yet.
Blue catfish makes
That's
6.
6.
Someone let me know if I get a fish on my line.
No, I've tried her, but
White catfish.
don't think the white catfish is on this game, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it? Alright.
It's over in the one spot that you were talking about over in California.
I hadn't realised. I must have forgot about it. Alright, that's 7.
Um,
So yeah, Justin, you're right about white catfish.
well, I made my cheat sheet, remember?
Yeah, it's alright. Justin had put it in. I was like, I don't remember that being in there.
in South America. Alright, there's a gilded catfish,
8,
flat whiskered catfish,
9,
sorghum catfish,
10,
redtail catfish,
11,
ripsaw catfish.
12,
That's it.
12 then. The MD Big Mouth Dork Catfish. Oh.
Okay, Dusty. Hush it.
Oh dear. Wait, there's only one. They says nope. Oh dear.
I am surprised. Okay, I'm not exactly right in the peak time. But still.
Ooh, I've actually got ahead of my amount I usually have at this time on the game. Jeez. £200 worth of fish before 9 AM. Good. Usually it's about 10 AM then I have about £200 worth of fish. So I'm an hour and a half ahead in game time.
Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
No might set the fish onto the rod. Yeah, it feels like the fish are falling asleep for me, but I'm missing a few big fish this time. So has there been any snow where you two have been at then?
Um, Not for me, not yet.
Um,
And Dusty lives out in Texas, so Texas really doesn't get snow that often.
Never know. There might have been some snow we don't know about. Probably not, but
No, Texas is one of those states where
yeah.
it's rare for it to snow. Got another butterfly peacock bass. Not that bad of a haul so far.
No, not bad at all.
So by the time I'm leaving, I'll be leaving with, depends on if I keep going in here in the Everglades or not.
Yeah. Well, I need to make sure I get over 200,000 again in credits. That's before I do the thing
I don't
tomorrow.
know, I may just wind up moving to the next location. which would be what? White Moose Lake, I think.
If it's by level degree, then technically it might have been Timber. Unless you've already done, I mean Tiber River.
That's right. I could go over to the Tiber River in
Yeah.
Europe and go and cover that.
Best idea for that is spinners and feeders. Wouldn't
Venice.
really risk taking a float.
Hello, Emma.
Yeah, I'm doing the tournament. I'm not doing too well. It's the first time I've ever done the tournament. Unfortunately, Dark hasn't actually.
I have yet to do any.
He has yet to do one. I'm just giving it a try to see what it's like. I'm going to admit, I am underprepared no matter which one I've done. I thought, the St. Croix one, I would actually get into the top 20, but yeah, I really didn't take enough stuff with me. I should have taken ground bait to help me out and maybe a couple of bigger hooks. Unfortunately, luck wasn't on my side. I tried using the Golem Law for, maybe try and get a unique or trophy pike. Pikes were not buying for me at all.
No, I'm just trying to get the last fish for the Panfish trophies, which is the Trophy Oscar. And then I'm also trying to see if I cannot catch the Trophy Fleur de Gar. So that's why I'm still here in the Everglades. But as soon as I get those two done, then I will definitely be moving on to the next location, which is probably going to be over in Europe, in Italy. Ah, okay.
You're using your mum's account so you can actually put messages on YouTube then.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah. Very true. As long as you enjoy watching and have fun with us, have a laugh about it.
Laugh at me making failed attempts to catch a monster.
Hey, at the moment, you have more luck catching fish than what I do.
He's just rusty.
What's the other word? Tired more than anything else. But we both play on PS4.
Yeah, we are playing the PS4 version of the game. But it's nothing any different from playing on the PC because you can still use a controller for it.
Yeah.
But in order for the use of the controller, you have to use
There
the Xbox.
The only slight difference from the PC and the consoles is obviously the PC doesn't get as much lag as what the consoles do because obviously there's more processing for a PC version of the game. Yeah. Obviously, the other big major difference, which anyone would know, is obviously they have hotkeys. So obviously where we want to change a rod, we'd have to hold down, the left bumper, and then we press it, and then we have to scroll to the number. Obviously, with the PC version, I think they have to hit. I don't know what the button is. They'll hit one of the buttons and then just literally hit like 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you can actually change what the hotkey is too.
Yeah, to make it so instead of doing a number or holding one button with a number, you just make it a letter instead.
Whereas this is holding L1 in, and then pressing either up the right arrow key or the down or the left directional key.
Yeah. Now you started playing it on Monday, did you? Are you enjoying it so far?
Well, welcome to the game.
Yeah.
I have actually been playing. He's actually been playing longer than I have, and I just started a little over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. That's good. Well, if you have any questions, we can give you some of our
Yep.
advice, maybe some tips and hints. I know I've done quite a few sporting events with the account I'm using at the moment.
Now I do have to ask
I've not done
this:
them too much, but my other account's done pretty well with the sporting events.
which
But yeah,
version of the game are you playing on? Are you playing on Fishing Planet or the Fisherman Fishing Planet?
which is a good question.
I mean, it's one and the same game, but one adds more fish and in another location. Okay, so you're just
Fishing
using the
Planet, so it's
basic.
the free to play one.
Yeah, it's the basic.
Yeah. Did you pick up the free bundle with the game? What I mean by that is you can get a free feeder rod setup and a bigger keep net for free. Yes, you did. That's right. That's
Yeah,
good then.
because I'm so late into the game, I don't think I can actually get it.
Which is a bit weird because I'm pretty sure you should be able to, even though you got the DLC, but you didn't know about it till I told you. So,
Yep.
um, unless for some reason it's continental reasons, I'm not sure. Um,
We go fish on. I'm surprised that the bowfin actually take to the bass jigs.
I'm not surprised yet. At least they may have fixed that slight
Because
bug that I noticed.
that's like the second or third time I've hooked a bowfin on a bass jig.
Yeah, I've known you can. Well, obviously, I've heard it a few times. Bass on the bass.
I'm just
Both in on
used
the
to
bass
catching
jigs.
them
Yeah.
on the match rod set.
Mm.
Like the only other time I've done like any kind of spin fishing for anything like that was the dendrofin, the monster for mud water,
Yeah.
because that requires you to use a spinning setup.
Yeah.
Because you could use a spinner rod or a casting rod when you actually go after them.
Yeah.
When I went after them, I used the DLC casting rod,
Yeah.
which gave me somewhat of a bigger edge on the fish. It was still a pretty good fight.
No, they can be.
Hello, Glenn. Back at ya.
Glenn, happy holidays as well.
But yeah, feel free to subscribe and like, and I'll be bringing out more videos. This is just a regular Fishing Planet game. I also just recently got the Fisherman Fishing Planet. I'm actually waiting on him, Wes over here, to get
Yeah.
it, so that way we can actually go through that together.
Yeah. I'm hoping it might turn up tomorrow, but I can't promise anything. Obviously, I think most. Apparently, I've heard that the postal service in our area, well, in the whole UK, is 3 weeks backlogged.
Yeah, that might be the
Yeah.
problem with my mom's
Yeah.
Christmas gift, is because I ordered that back on the 6th and it still has yet to actually get shipped out.
Wow.
But hi, Tala.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, if you have any questions about the game or any tips or tricks you'd like to know, we really don't mind helping you out for them.
He might be able to more than I can.
To a certain degree, if I streamed, I would be able to show more on certain things with few tips and tricks and
Are
explain
you
it a bit better, but
freaking...
unfortunately I can't. Just in case.
Look at this. On a spinning rod.
Yep. And with a bass jig. Don't forget, sometimes you can add another item onto the bass jig, can't you? So they class it as being a jig head bass jig, which is kind of weird. So they probably count that whatever bass jig you use, it actually has a slight few of the other baits technically classed as part of the jig, which is weird.
I mean, good grief.
Hey, at least you got one of them.
Wasn't a trophy, though.
No. At least you know you can actually get them from the area as well, though.
Yep. I think when I do back out, I am going to have to look at the size of the keep nets and see if I have enough to get the next one. That was just a big bummer. Hooking the terror tarpon and not being able to keep it. I mean, I completed the quest.
Oh, yeah. Just the fact you have to put the fish back.
And lose all those coins.
Coins are full with credits.
Or credits.
That's right. If it was Bitcoin, I would have said, what? Premium gives you Bitcoin instead?
I wonder if that might be a change on the fishing planet.
That would be
We'll find out. We will find out.
Yes, we will.
Because I do have the
Well, from what I know, it's actually you get cash for monster fish still, because even though it's a monster, it's not really classed as being or a trophy type of style. It's just a special type of fish, but it is quite a bit of cash though.
just makes me wonder because here on this one, the uniques get you a pretty decent amount of the credits.
Yeah, well, especially when you got premium anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Just to put it out there, just in people don't realise.
Which I happen to have the month's supply for that, or the month's time for that. So.
Yeah, which technically, if you go for a month's supply of it, isn't too bad because you could technically get up to max level within a month anyway. And so, by the amount of cash you get, you would probably have you set for quite a bit anyway.
He's still struggling. If he's still in Texas, he's still struggling.
How do you catch stuff with sport heavy casting pack?
Sport heavy casting? Not sure if I have that one or not. Let me take a look and see what that one entails. Sport heavy casting.
Right. I'll have to have a look as well because even though I don't buy the DLC.
Okay, so this has Alright, let's take a look, see. This is jig heads, soft baits. Okay, this is not very much different than what I am using right now. With the whole spin fishing. So technically, because there's your jig heads, and okay, it's a that is a casting rod set, okay? So let me do this. Alright, because I do have a
Right,
casting rod.
is
So this is actually the Nightwater DLC rod.
crankbait.
I mean, the only slight difference is the reel. But it's nothing different than the typical spinner. But let me change the lure real quick. Da, 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 da.
Um, technically, you can actually get that rod about level 40.
Yeah, technically all the
I've
DLC
actually
rods you
got
can
that,
actually get.
I've got that set up. It's just the skin colour of the pack I haven't got. Obviously, it's just a normal standard rod, but I think you get that same rod about level 40-ish.
You know, here we go.
'Cause I'm got the
42.
exact same
It's a
type.
level 42 rod in reel.
Yeah, because I know I've got
Alright.
that in my storage.
See, this is what you're asking about is a casting rod here. And that's what this is. It's typically used for like bass fishing because, you know, bass are pretty, you know, can give you a pretty good fight. But it's nothing different from the spinner, from the spinning set.
Technically, I think that one, apart from the crankbaits would be used pike and that lot. The medium spoons are used for trout. So to me, it looks more like a trout and pike set, in my opinion.
This one,
Yeah, the sport heavy.
this
pack,
was
because
this was the top water. Was initially set
I
up
mean
with the top water though.
pack that Trey's on about, or Emma as the
But the pack that he's talking about,
yeah. Well, they're talking about. I'll say
heavy.
the sport heavy casting pack. It seems more, well to me. It looks more like the trout and pike type of fishing.
Yeah,
No,
this
it
kind of
says,
does.
It says there in the description, Atlantic salmon. Yeah,
Other huge monsters, but
it's for the big fish there. Yeah, like Shadow's saying, it is. There's no difference between the casting and the spinning rods. The heavy, well, obviously it's a heavy rod, so obviously it's for more bigger fish. You know, you're not going to take a 10-pound rod and try and catch a 100-pound fish because all that's going to happen is the rod will snap or break and you won't catch anything. There's no real difference between spinning and casting apart from the way the rod's put and how the reel is. But it can benefit.
I mean, technically,
Each person has different ways of spinning. I prefer to use the spinning rods more than the casting rods because I find it easier. I know there's other people who prefer to use a casting rod than a spinning rod. It's preference of how you prefer to use spinning rods in general.
I mean, if you take a look here, here's the Sport Casting Bass Pack. And there's really not that much of a difference between what you're looking at with the heavy casting pack. Because again, you know, you got a casting rod here. And this is just mainly set up for bass fishing.
And
Because you
it's
got
also
your-
a lot of rods, so you get a bit more of a quick reaction when it comes to hooking the fish slightly with that the Sport and Pack one. Yeah.
But with the pack that you're looking at, that Sport Heavy casting, that looks like that would probably be, like it says, you know, salmon. I'm pretty sure you could also go after pike with this because just looking at the, you know, the whole set here, you got some worms. The shad is what the pike will definitely hit on,
They hit on the crankbait a lot
and they
better
do hit
because
on
they get-
crankbaits, and they will hit on the medium spoons. So
But you'll
I
probably
think
get the
that is
trout
exactly
or the
what this is
salmon.
meant for. Is for the heavy pike and the heavy trout and salmon.
Yeah, it's all for the Alaskan area, which is a remember what the level restriction.
And
Yeah.
I think most of these are like level 40 to level 45 rods.
Remember the full set without going back and checking. See the keep the
Because
fishing net for it is not worth it because you're going to catch fish which can be bigger than that.
yeah, but then
And when you go to Alaska, well, even the White Moose Lake, you're going to need a bigger keep net than that for White Moose Lake. If you don't have premium, if you have premium, that keep net will be fine. If you don't have premium, me personally, that keep net will not make you enough cash from the first day. Because if you go there and you go, I've got enough to go an extra day.
if
You
you
might not
want
have
my
enough to make
personal
it back.
opinion as what DLC you should first get, even other YouTubers besides myself and even Wes here will say it, is go and get the the sport bottom pack, because you get a really decent sized keep net with that.
Hey, which pack's this?
The sport bottom pack.
Technically, I don't really buy packs at all.
Or the DLC pack.
But I'd only go for the free pack you get with the game. It depends. To be honest, it depends. I'm a person who doesn't like spending money, so for me, I wouldn't buy a pack unless I really had to. If somebody was to ask me for my opinion, the first thing I'd be asking is, what type of fish are you mostly going for? You know, if you're going to be spinning on a casting, go for something that's spinning on casting reliable. Which I technically say, see that one. I don't want the ultralight.
I mean, when I got
the prices aren't bad, so I can't really say that they're not great. Let's see.
Because
If it was
when
out
I
spinning, I
looked
might
at
go
the
for the cast. No. The sport spinning trout pack, I'd probably go for. It's pretty much a light rod. The description. Well, technically it's a medium rod, but it gives you enough to do trout a lot easier. You can get salmon with the exact same stuff, and you can get the pike.
what's the keep net size with that?
That's a medium lighter, unfortunately.
You see,
That's
one of the other YouTubers, he's called Zabby here on YouTube, but he also suggested going after the bottom pack because you actually get a good amount of space just to start out with. Because you got 154 pounds to work with, and you have a 66-pound limit. And I learned that one the hard way going after the Terratarpon for the Everglades.
Yeah, see, all these packs have the exact same keep net.
Yeah, which means that you can sell one and you get some bait coins for it. Just my personal opinion, if you want a real decent size keep net though, is to go for the bottom pack, but again, you know, it depends on what you want to go for after though. But space wise, when it comes to the DLC, I think the best one in the sport packages at least is the bottom pack. Now there is a $30 that actually gives you all those packs all together.
What? Oh, I was just looking at the old sport bundle, and you get 3 of the same. Why do you need 3 of the same net? No sense. You usually have the same net each time.
But I do think, um,
Let's see.
let me look at something real quick. This is the one of the other DLC packs here, but I want to see something with its.
What's that pack I was thinking of?
Okay, so wait a minute. S plus. 77 pounds, 264. That's not bad. But don't think that would be the best one to go for.
But yeah, as you can tell, each person will have a different opinion altogether about what they prefer to go for. In
And it also depends on what you can afford too.
Yeah, in an honest opinion, I'd say try doing it without any DLC as best you can. If you are struggling, think what rods you prefer to use, and then maybe go for a pack that has that. And like I say, I really don't like spending money on things, but yeah,
but yeah, even the fish for XL Plus is actually pretty decent.
I'm not gonna say anything they have there is bad. Just me, I prefer not to spend money.
But for me here, it's $50 for this, and this is a golden pack.
Yeah.
Because you get a good setup for every single style. You get, and then tools wise, you get the goldenrod stand, which gives you ability to hold 3 rods.
Well,
but
now saying that, look at Lucky Bundle. I'm going to say look at Lucky Bundle. That kind of rhymes with it. Because what I'm going to tell you now is the Lucky Bundle has that pack you got there and another pack, and it's £1 cheaper. It's actually in. How is it in? Deals.
Oh, you're talking about the Lucky Start?
No, it's called Lucky Bundle. So it'll have the Golden Dragon pack, which you were looking at, plus another pack as well. So if you go back to the list of and go to where it says deals. Yeah, go up twice.
I can't go up twice there.
Oh, alright. Because obviously it's just the one on the Watch it, I can't share it. But it's which 2 packs is it? But yeah, it's got the Golden Dragon pack and.
Okay, so it's $30 for us here. Here's a Golden Dragon pack where you get 3 rods. You get a spinning, a casting, and a telescopic rod. Some good stuff with the outfit to start out with. You get a kayak with it. Some line bobbers, hooks, jig heads, soft baits, lures. Some baits.
Well, with the Lucky Bundle, it has how many rods? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rods.
Okay, so the XL Plus is actually pretty good. Because fish weight 110 pounds, and fish weight total is 330 pounds. All right.
Wow, that is a lot of bait for that one. Wow.
Then you get Emerald Lake, White Moose Lake, Everglades, St. Croix, San Joaquin Delta, and Falcon Lake for 8 days. That's not bad.
Let's do the bundles. Got that one and what else?
But, you know, it's all depending on what you want to do, though.
But yeah, it's just looking and seeing what you'd prefer to have or do. And it also depends on your play style. You know, like I say, I'm more of a person who prefers to grind out a game and save money. Just everyone has a different experience playing games, to be honest. I see it doesn't have the evolve on there. Weird. I'm going to lose a tournament this year. Right, yeah. But yeah, hopefully that helps you slightly. That's good to hear, Glenn. Like level 15.
He's slowly getting there. You should be able to get to other places now. You go to, what was it, Oregon at Falcon Lake. You'll get some pretty good experience there.
Yes, certainly do.
Experience and money.
You said Falcon Lake, didn't you?
Falcon Lake, yeah.
I think that's level 18. Or was it 16?
Wait a minute,
Saving
14.
money, yeah.
Hang on, let me take a look. I still have this up. For 14, yeah, Oregon is level 14. So he can go to Falcon Lake, Gwent, or the Netherlands location, the Heron River, Emerald, pretty much everywhere where you can start out, and then, you know, zip over to the let's see, the Czech and the Netherlands location. But yeah, if you're grinding for money, then yeah, that's the best place to go because it's free for the travel and the skip forward. Doo-doo-doo-doo. 3/4 ounce. Haha. I'm gonna buy me Hey, quit it. Go ahead and spend just a little bit of money there. Probably could have gotten that a little cheaper, but oh well.
Oh, that one finished. Damn it. See, if you're at the level they could do the Lesney Villa Fisher, I'd say enter that competition tomorrow to get yourself quite a bit of cash. Because it's a pretty good place to do some sporting events. I'm pretty sure whichever console or platform you're on all of the same. No, on the top, the tournaments are all the same timing. That
Hang on.
that might be good for you. Yeah. Tomorrow or Friday, I should say, so Christmas Day, there is a tournament, not a tournament, a sports competition for trout hunt at Falcon Lake. Let me make sure this. Oh, that's jig heads. I mean, yeah, bars jig heads. So if you're good with using a spinner, um, barless jig head. I think it's a Shadow the Worm. I think Twitch and do pretty well. Which I'll probably get into myself actually, saying that on Christmas Day if I'm back on time to do it. Oh, I have to be up early on that day. Yeah, what I'd be suggesting is trying to few the level restricted competitions. It's one way of getting quite a bit of cash and a bit of experience for a location, or if you've got quite a bit of experience on a location, try and do a couple of the competitions which are level restricted. At least then you have a chance of going against players who have the same sort of gear as you. They might have lesser gear, or they might have, have gear from a high level. There'll be a couple of people who might have DLC.
Like
But
myself.
yeah, but obviously I've done quite a few of the competitions, and I actually, my other character that I've got is level 13, and that I've only used that character for 4 weeks. I've won what 10 competitions out of what 12.
Nice.
I've not done any of the main story missions at all, and I've got I made about 120 Bitcoin for it, which actually doesn't add up if I say that. 120 Bitcoin? No, I must have done something different. No, because obviously I must have done a few side mission parts at the same time, but I made 100 Bitcoin from it at least. But I've made good. I made a good amount of cash from it all anyway. I know I've got a couple of hundred. No, I'm up to 100,000 as it is, and that's just from doing the sport events. If you look at Lesney River, you pay 300 for the competition. It costs you 120 just to go there. Plus you pay for a little bit on the license. The money you made from the fishing, and then if you win it, extra bit of cash. One real way to get quite a lot of money. Rocky Lake, if it has the worms one, well, insects or worms or bugs, that one's pretty easy. If you can get top spot and bring in enough fish, as long as you bring in, I know if I've got a certain amount of fish, I'd always come in at least top 3 places. I can't remember what it was. I forgot to write it down. I think if you catch at least 18 fish, you're in first place. That's for the insects one anyway. Which, if we go to Rocky Lake, well, when we go to Rocky Lake, I'll point out a location which can easily be shown. But yeah, I'd suggest maybe trying to put a few contests in. Fine, you might not always win straight away, but if you practice an area and you're confident fishing there, you could maybe make quite a bit of money from it. you're not going to have some contests actually happen. They might cancel because not enough people want to go to that location. Because some locations for the competitions is like, wow, and not a lot of people like doing them. Either that, it's just some days people would like to do it but can't because of working conditions. But it's one way of making some money or getting a bit extra cash for mostly nothing. Mud water's pretty good when it's the bass because all you're gonna need is a spinning rod and
Yep.
a bass jig like
What I'm rocking with my one
what
rod.
you're rocking. But if needs be, if you want to really save money, it's just get a spinning or casting rod, depending which one you prefer to use the most. If needs we go Rocky Lake or Falcon Lake and just fish for trout. You could go to a few other places, fish for pike or walleye, but
Emerald Lake is the best for that.
um,
Early level, that's a good spot for the pike and
yeah. Then when it comes to walleye, I like just to fish walleye. It's literally many feet. Well, what is it? Feeder and float rods as I can have, but it is a grind. I think if there's any other way to make a bit of money apart from contests and grabbing fish. I think that's about it. But like, a few other ways to get a few extra bait coins is by doing some of the challenges on your character's profile.
there we go.
Yeah.
Some action. Finally.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, we got something on that one. Alright, I'm gonna have to... And this is what happens when you run more than one rod.
Could be worse.
Could be all four of them going at the same time. No!
Imagine having 5 rods going off at the same.
Urgh.
Trust me, it's not easy.
I'm gonna go ahead and let that line go because I've been trying to go after the gar.
Yeah. I didn't check today's locations, did I?
Oh, we got a gar. I
Nice.
saw its mouth. With a 5/0 hook, this may be a trophy.
It could possibly be in the region of a trophy, by the way that it is on the bars.
Well, I did see trophies and uniques being caught right in this area too.
Hmm.
From the site that I was looking at, so.
Yeah.
Those can be a little elusive.
Right, just if you haven't done it already, you have to do the monster. Make sure you get a bigger keep net and the maximum single fish weight than it says. What I'd go for is the keep net that says a single fish weight of 50 pounds that you can hold. Yeah, the actual single fish. Of, I'm trying to get my words right so it sounds correct. The maximum weight of a single fish that can be in your kit. that can be kept
Oh,
in your keep net. Is what I'm trying to say. So obviously, I think the keep net should be at least the same as what Dark's rocking with, if I remember rightly, because I think that a single maximum fish keep net
yeah.
he can
Fish
have it.
cabin M plus right now,
Yeah.
and you get
So
that
if you
with the
try and aim for that
Sport
one,
Bottom DLC pack.
you can get one. I think it's level 16 for the keep net I'm thinking of. That will hold at least a couple of the monster fish, because if you catch a monster fish, you know, keep net cannot keep hold of that single
Here he
fish.
comes.
It will have to be thrown back, unfortunately.
Trophy Florida Gar.
Nice. My light is not missing.
Alright, I wanna do this real quick. Crap. Alrighty. Oops. Didn't mean to back out all the way. There we go. Now I can focus on reeling this bad boy back in. I'm surprised he actually stayed on the line.
Yeah, but before they wouldn't, but because you were reeling the fish quite a bit and you've hooked it, they stay a lot longer than if it only just bitten. I think if a fish just bites, it can be on your hook from 30 seconds to a minute. But when you hook it, it can stay on for
5 minutes maybe.
about, I'm gonna say maybe 2. It might be a bit longer depending on the fish. To be honest, I haven't really done any testing.
2 trophies in a row.
Nice. That's a bowfin?
Yeah.
Yeah, bowfin. But yeah, beforehand, before an update, Tiber River was really bad with feeders because, in the description of Tiber River, it does say this is the best spot for feeding. You'd catch a feeder rod, you'd have, if you have it on the rod stanks, that's what most people do, you'd hear your bell or your bite alarm going off. Before you even pick that rod up, 9 out of 10 chances that fish is gone and you've lost the bait. Thankfully, they fixed that, so when you've got enough time to actually pick that rod up to set the hook, which before was a huge problem, and I end up losing a ton of money just going to the Tiber River, and sometimes I just have to stand there with just the feeder, and even then I'd have to be literally quick on the trigger from the bite, because if you just had that single bite, you'd get the notification on top saying your bait was bitten off, and I was like, but it only had a nibble. How was it gotten? And for me, Tiber River, not a fun time. But luckily they patched it, and I don't do too bad with Tiber River. Tiber River do have a lot of trout there, which can be good money. But a few of the fish on Tiber River can be a bit tricky because of they need set weather conditions or set time, like night fishing. Night. Some fish will only bite at night, obviously. There's a few that'll only like a certain weather condition. Because if it doesn't have that correct weather condition, you won't get a single bite of the fish you might be going for.
I'm surprised I have not gotten that Oscar yet.
Yeah, what size hook are you using for it?
I think that has a 2-aught on it. Yeah.
It hasn't accidentally got snagged now, has it?
A couple of times.
then I might say it's a bit too close to the reeds or lily pads, whichever you prefer to call them.
Okay, I'll cast about right there then.
Yeah.
Here I am casting like all in the reeds and all. Because I know sometimes certain panfish do actually
Mm.
keep to the lilies.
Yeah. Obviously, some people notice sometimes if it's in the lily pads and it snags when a fish was going after it, the fish will have gone away. You're like, damn it, not again.
Yep.
Well, unless you're holding the rod, then you'll know, if there was fish. Because if you unsnag it while the fish was after it, there's a chance that fish will just literally bite straight onto it as long as you don't snag. Which is what I kind of get sometimes when I'm on the St. Croix map for the pike. Because obviously where I've got a fish, it's pretty close to 2 sets of snag points. I don't mag, no, no. One trick I do, one rule I do go by when fishing is if you haven't had a bite at all, or it's not taking your rod, or not taking your bait within 10 minutes, recast, regardless if you're getting nibbles here and there. Now and again, you can maybe have the fish just lose complete interest. Sometimes you might have the fish just go for it while you're reeling. But yeah, usually if you haven't had anything within 10 minutes on that rod, recast, because you might get interest straight away by recasting it. It's not going to be always a guarantee, but it has happened a few times where I've not had anything, recast, 10 seconds later, fish is bitten.
There we go. Fish on.
Nice.
I'm surprised I haven't caught any trophy butterfly peacock yet.
Let's see.
I think I need to go for a different spot to do that though. Because
Well,
I think
technically, if the fish is there, you can get them. It depends, obviously, on your.
I think the best place for the trophy peacocks are up there by the infinity tunnels.
Yeah. You just hit the top of the peak time as well. So, if you're going to get anything that's more on the unique side, it will be at this point now as well.
And I should be getting my headset today.
Nice.
My longer charging cord and my headset.
I've just realised it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'll probably be getting off in a moment.
Aww.
Get a bit of sleep before the shop's shut early, because being that it's Christmas Eve now.
Yep, and Merry Christmas to everyone that's watching.
Yes. I hope you all enjoy Christmas as well, just in case.
He might leave, but I'm still going to be streaming.
Yeah, so you got because obviously you got the level for the free rod case, which is good.
For that level, yeah.
I think we'd both suggest having at least a floater feeder and a spinner when you're fishing with for a free rod case, just so you can always test out each place you go to and what you prefer to use. But I'm on it. But it's good when you get an extra rod case or extra room for a rod, I should say, which is good to get. That fish is fighting you.
Yep, it's either another bowfin or it's a nice trophy or a unique. Well, it's definitely a bass.
Probably a trophy. Well, it's no on the weight for the trophy anyway, by the looks of it.
Nope, not even close.
No.
Almost, but no.
Oh, you were a bit off.
Alright, let me try recasting this.
Trey says, "Bye. Are you doing a live stream?"
Yes, I am.
So, at
It
the moment,
says
it is a
live.
live stream. Yeah.
No, I'm at a good depth for the.
Or I should say, Trey. But yeah. Oh, they're on about tomorrow.
For tomorrow, probably not because it's Christmas Eve. Um, I don't really know. It depends on where my sleeping situation is, whether if I'm gonna be home or not. If I am home, yes, there will be a live stream, but if I'm not, then I will not do one until the next night, which will be Christmas Day night.
But yeah, if you subscribe and put on the notifications, you'll know exactly
Yep.
when he's going to be
Click,
doing a stream.
click like and subscribe, and you'll get notified when I go live.
It's really the only answer to really be able to say
Yep.
when for a definite. I know that obviously Dark says that he does plan to have a sort of schedule out at some point, when he'll be doing streams and what games he'll be streaming as well.
Yep.
Just to,
Because after Christmas, I am definitely going to be streaming some other games.
yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
But
And Merry Christmas to yourself as well.
Yep, same to you. Skyrim is going to be the next streamed game. But probably after the new year, I will have a set schedule.
Yeah, I'll be there for the Vision Planet parts anyway.
Well, he'll probably at least be in the comments when it comes to other games, though.
Yeah, I certainly will be.
And if we're lucky, we may actually get a couple of people that may want to hop up on mic with me doing other games,
Yeah.
get my opinion on, like, especially with Elder Scrolls 6 getting ready to come out. I mean, I have yet to actually get ESO for PS4 because I know it's there, but
ESO?
yeah, Elder Scrolls
I,
Online.
right, that's right. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to sound like a complete idiot asking, but I thought I'd ask, but that was short term then. I was thinking,
Well,
ESO? Hey,
there's
what the hell?
also a YouTuber with the ESO name,
Mm.
and if you're familiar with who that is, he actually clarifies in one of his videos saying that it's actually something else. It is not meant to be Elder Scrolls Online at all. It's
Yeah.
if I remember right, it's Entertainment Strategies Online is what he it's supposed to
So
be.
he probably came up with a nickname before somebody else came up with a nickname for Elder
Yeah,
Scrolls
before
Online.
it was a little before they
Put
started with
Elder
Elder
Scrolls
Scrolls
Online.
Online.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's one way of accidentally getting people watching your channel without realizing it as well.
Right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh look, it's CSO.
Yeah. Oh,
So we
we can
get
get
to
some
see
footage a lot sooner.
so we'll get to see Elder Scrolls Online being played constantly. Nope.
Oh.
No. Now he is from the area that Wes here is from, but I do believe he moved from the UK. He lived in the UK for a time, I know that.
Oh. Yeah, saying that, I think most people leave the UK when they have a chance to, so. But yeah.
But he also has his own string of YouTube channels as well. I think he's got like two different ones.
Yeah, not me, by the way, if you're thinking it's me. I don't. Just thought I'd clarify that before people go, what? The person I know, Ruby's got the channel as well. No, I don't. Unfortunately, my internet's really bad. I do have a thing set up for when I get good enough internet so I can do um, streams, but unfortunately, I've tried a couple of different ways, and unfortunately, the way that the internet's set up in my area, it's really bad. Because instead of going from the connection box straight through a wire to your house, mine goes from the box to someone's house to next house to next house to next house. It goes through 30 houses before it reaches mine, and unfortunately, the line is so degraded. I'm lucky to get just the bare minimum internet. If I had good internet, I would actually be streaming at the same time, so you can see my view, and obviously you'd be seeing Dark Shadow Vamps at the same time, which I know would probably help out a few people. And I bet Dark Shadow will be like, "Oh, what's he fishing? What he's getting this fish?" But for me, it'd be easier to show people, when I explain things. If I explain things, how I do things, fishing or other games. But yeah. Uh, Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that a little bit, just in case, anyway.
Got something nibbling on this. I go to pull up to reel in, and lo and behold, I hear ting, ting.
Yeah.
Is it that elusive trophy that I need? That is the question.
It's done the glitch where it's not showing your float.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah, it's there. Obviously, just in case people, just in case, sometimes you'll have what Dark Shadows got is where you pick up the float rod from the rod stand, or even the feeder. The icon sometimes won't be there. It's just a slight bug. There's one way around it: is either you put it back down on the rod stand and then pick it back up, which will fix it, or you reel in the line and then you recast. They're the only two ways of fixing that problem. Unfortunately, it is a known bug. I think the makers of Fishing Planet have tried to fix it, but they've not been able to fix it completely. It's just a common bug.
All right,
Just in
working
case you
with
think,
that.
oh no, someone's taken my fish. Just to not to worry. It is a normal bug as well. The first time it happened to me, I was like, oh no, what have I done? Um, yeah. You can also clip your float rods. It used to just be the feeder rods, but you can actually now clip your
Yep.
float rods, and I think you can do it to your spinning casting rods as well.
I have yet to
I think,
see it on those.
yeah, I haven't even tried it yet. I don't think you can, but there is a possibility that you might be
I
able to.
haven't seen it because I've been using the casting or the spinning, and I haven't seen it.
Let's see if I can actually do it on mine. Let's see. I will, because it doesn't actually tell you or give you a notification that you can. Um, let's just cast it out to there. Let's see if I can clip it. No, you can't clip them. And of course, it's now done that bug where I can't change my. There we go. Yeah, sometimes. Well, that might be the reason why it does that actually, is because of the spinning. Um, yeah, so spinning rods you can't clip. Um,
Are you saying you can or you can't?
you can't. I
Yeah.
just tried it. Um,
With as many
now and
times as
again,
I've cast it out, I've tried and no.
I don't know if you've experienced this, but I've had this for the last couple of days now. I thought they might have fixed it, but it just happened to me again. Um, now and again, you won't be able to change your drag or your speed of your reeling speed. The only time you really need to change it is for your spinning rods. Drag, you obviously need to change it for most of your rods. It is a slight bug. I'm not sure exactly what causes it, but it means mess around with the clipping really. I'm not
Okay.
sure if it's
You have a
because
good
I did it
night.
on
Merry
this.
Christmas, and thank you for subbing.
Yeah,
And hope to see you again the next time I am live streaming.
yeah, and it was good having you on the chat. Hopefully we're able to help as well, and hopefully you enjoyed watching. But
See if
yeah,
we
like I was
can't.
saying, there is a slight bug when it comes to the drag or the changing the speed.
No.
I'm still not sure
Apparently, there was
how
some
that
sort of
happens.
bug with the even the stands for here in Everglades, but I'm not sure if it's just the PC that's affected or if it's something else. But
Possible.
it's definitely something to be noted on. So,
Yeah.
and I have yet to actually experience it.
Yeah, I usually have to play around with the clip button. Well, the buttons to clip. I'm usually having to change back to the spinner to reclip or unclip, and it's like, or what would be classed as clipping, and usually it fixes it. I've actually dismantled the whole entire set of rods, and then all of a sudden I've had no problems. But do be careful. Just make sure when you fish, before you catch a fish, that you can change your drag or at least your reel speed. Because if you can't, just throw out somewhere short. Try and mess around so you can change your drag. I have actually reported it to Fishing Planet, so hopefully they'll look into it and fix it.
What's that?
Well, I've had problems where I've casted, but I can't change my drag or my reel speed. So I've actually reported it. I thought, oh, it's just these two buttons that somehow locked my reel, or the changing of the drag and the speed, and made no difference. I've had to mess around trying to find what buttons caused it or what's causing it. I still can't figure out if I mentioned it to Fishing Planet. Luckily, it actually happened when the game errored on me, so I said, well, I've actually sent you an error footage. So hopefully they can see the problem at the same time. So
Yeah, normally if you can get a video of something like that going on, they can accurately figure out what's going on with that.
yeah.
But
Oh bless,
apparently,
they put crying an upset face. I guess they really wanted to watch the rest of
so
the stream.
apparently from what Zabby says, this is like the hotbed right here for like the peacock bass. Like right in here.
Right, from what I know, and from where I fished, you know the right side of that bit?
Yeah.
Yep, just there. Yeah. Just the right and up. Obviously you're on the left side now. But on the right side and up, I've had more luck getting the peacock bass from there. But I can't remember what method I use. I think it's stop and go. But then
I tend to use like the stop and go and
which
even the twitch.
But each fish can be funny and different, anyways, as we all know. Then it could be the bait I use as well. That they depend on what they prefer to have at the spinning on or casting set.
I think this is just a little channel cat.
They're going to play Fortnite. Yep. Well, I hope you enjoy your Fortnite. It was good having you on here.
Yep. And feel free to stop by anytime you see me on live.
Yeah. And if you want, you can always re-watch any of the previous live streams. They may have some helpful tips and tricks, which I'm pretty sure we've mentioned a few on them. So they may help you out, or might answer a few questions which you might not realise you wanted to ask as well. So, hope you enjoy yourself and have a Merry Christmas. And hope you have a good time.
Yep. Of course, I gotta get all the previous live plays sorted and put into the playlists.
Yeah.
Edit what I need to edit.
Yep. Which will be fun for you. But it's good for people to see a live stream because then they can see how long it's taken someone to actually do an actual challenge, you know.
Yeah, versus, you know, when you have other YouTubers that don't really, you know, show a full fight with, like, you know, a monster fish or even, you know, the strongest fish that you can get.
Yeah. You know, sometimes they don't even show the location. They say, right, we're here. They've cast it, you don't see them cast out, and they're like, right, we've got the fish on our line. You know,
it's like, where'd you cast? Exactly.
Yeah. They sometimes say, oh, we're casting over in this general direction. Some don't give.
We may have a unique or a trophy on. This is proving to be a lengthy fight. Or else it's another bowfin.
Now that fish has taken line, so you are probably in the trophy region of the fish. I say that and then it gives up fighting. Yeah, thanks for that fish.
Yep, he's
Trying to
slowly
make it
coming
seem
in.
like I didn't know what I was talking about, so now it's taking it again.
It might be a possible unique. I do know that both of the bass actually come in the unique. So it could be unique as well.
It could be, but I'm thinking you're going to be just a bit off the unique. Then again, I could be wrong. I have been wrong a few times. Then I have been correct about a few things as well, especially a weight of a fish. Almost bang on exactly. I couldn't believe that.
I think there's been a couple of times I've proved you wrong on that, but
Oh yeah, you've proved me wrong quite a few times. But I was more shocked the time I actually got the weight almost exactly bang on, which shocked you the most as well. Only
that
like
was funny.
a few ounces off, and you're like, "No way, you got that right." I'm like, "Yay!" I think I've got the exact name of the fish right as well at the time. I thought that was
This is
pretty
definitely
hilarious.
proven to be a fight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it might be a unique. It's either a trophy or a unique. Definitely one of the two. It's definitely one of the two. I keep hearing the ting of your
Yeah,
bobber.
unfortunately, it's the pike trying to take it, and it's not taking it because I've got a bigger hook trying to get the bigger fish. And it's annoying me because every time I see them biting it, then they disappear. I'm like, damn it, why don't you take it?
Well, you just take it.
Mm. No, why never let him
Trophy.
when you can take it? Nice.
8 pounds. Oof.
I think for it to be unique, it has to be £10.
We
I
can
might be
find
wrong
out.
on that. I might be wrong.
I can easily
No,
find
my
out.
luck, I'm wrong. That's a good amount of experience with that.
Yep, it is.
Hmm.
Nice big fish too.
Mm. Right, come on. I want to catch one more pike, then I can come off. And I have to do some.
You know what? If they're getting like that, I think I know what I'm gonna be doing.
I just want to catch one more pike.
Because I will go ahead and throw my bottom rod back out, but because that has a bell, so I'll hear that. Try and do some catfish or garfish.
I need to do another 2 days worth of fishing on
Wow,
this lake.
already?
Yeah. You see what I mean? You know, sometimes you can cast out straight away. Bang, fish is already on.
I'm tempted to put my 6-aught back on. Now we have the opportunity to get a trophy or even a unique. Because we're all in the same channel pretty much when it comes to this whole zone.
Yeah.
Because, you know, further down that way, let's see, you can almost see my, because there's a dock there for the, what is it? Floating
Yeah.
thickets. And then further down is, you know, the other spot. And then on the other side of these reeds and all is oh gosh, I forget what the name of that one is. The Salty
In
Delta.
Yeah.
Floating thickets all the way down here. Lily pad channel.
Right, I'm not catching in a minute, so I'm not gonna wait for another pipe to catch. I'm good.
You know what I should do is put my stand right about here. Right at this corner here. And just zip it straight down. See what's down that way.
Yeah. I think it was. I can't remember now what was down that way. I know you can get bass that's down that way.
Well, I'm talking about with the bottom rod.
So someone seriously just comes to a location and drives through where I was fishing on and parks himself on my fishing spot. I don't know, some people these days. No common sense. Oh. Fine, I know I'm leaving the map anyway, but that's beside the point. You do not park yourself on a spot where people are fishing onto. It just makes no sense. Yeah. How much I've got so far? Oh, if I actually left, I'd actually have 200,000 exactly. And a bit. I've still got to grind 2 more days anyway, just so I've got extra. Just in case I have to pay for repairs. Which I'm going to have to pay for repairs on my rod case. Oh well.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm dreading is I'm going to have to pay for some damage repairs on my rods when I leave.
Yeah.
Especially on one of my match rods, I know that.
Well, usually it comes. A notification will usually come up when you leave a map. It's usually when it hits about 75%, I think. It'll ask you, would you like to do a repair? And then it'll say how much it's going to cost for that repair. When you usually have a full quip of items that you have to repair, that's when it's really expensive. I've had to say no till I got to about 10%. I was like, yeah, I need to repair this lot now. I had 5 rods. I was like, I haven't got the cash, haven't got the cash, haven't got the cash, haven't got the cash. Finally got the cash. I was like, yay! And I was like, damn it, I've got no cash now. I was not happy about that.
I think we have another trophy.
Oh, you're just being a show off now.
Hey, don't make me go to the Salty Delta and go trying for the large tarpons.
Yeah,
I don't even know how big they get.
Yeah. You might be able to keep most of them, but that'd be if you get anything that's a bit too big, you won't be able to keep them.
Like the Terror Tarpon.
Yeah. Which is still weird that we still don't know if he can recatch this much of what he caught so far. It's a no.
What I tell you?
Shut up. Show off. You show off. Well, at least you finally got this fish and size you needed.
For one of them, at least.
Certainly true.
I mean, now that I've got that Florida gar,
Yeah.
only other one I really need is a trophy alligator gar.
And a trophy of the Oscar.
Yep. I can always go after that again.
Not true.
I know with the Tiber, I think I can manage to get the European perch and maybe the Xander.
Pass. I'm not sure.
Let me look. Yep, the perch is there, but not the Xander.
Yeah. Oh, don't remind me about the Zango. I've still got to do that one. I think I could have done it when I went to Maku Maku and I didn't. Oh well. I thought I'll get to level Maku Maku, which is level 57, I think.
I can't wait to go after that. That'll be fun.
Going after which one?
The carps.
Yeah. I've still got to do that one. I've got the rod, I just ain't got the spod rod. I know it's boys, isn't it? Boilers it needs, isn't it? Challenge.
That'll be fun going after.
I think I've done one of them, but they're pretty simple to do. Out of one. Just like I really can't be asked to finish the other two.
Yeah.
I got all
Okay,
parts
so
right.
I could definitely get to Quanchkin Lake. But I'm kind of wanting to go in order of the levels. Because I'm 33, so you know I can get up to St. Croix Lake.
Yeah.
But right
Which
now
you'll have
I'm
fun
just,
with the pike. Because if you get unique on your line, you bloody know about it. And I'll tell you that now for a fact. Especially if you're on the shore, if you get unique, you'll go bugger.
Trophy Browns. I don't even remember if that's available here. I know that's available at Mudwater.
Trophy Browns.
The brown bullhead.
Yeah.
I just can't remember exactly. No,
I'm pretty sure you can get my Quanchkin Lake. I think. I'm not sure.
No, wait. Brown bullhead. Let me look. Was it the brown or the black that was at Mudwater?
I remember it was a bullhead. I can't remember the colour. I think it was a black bullhead, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I guess right.
Okay, so let me look here in the Everglades. Because the brown bullhead is here. But does it come? Yep, I can get the trophy for this one here.
That'll be good then.
See, the ones for the trophies is the bluegill, the bowfin, brown bullhead catfish, butterfly
Yeah.
peacock bass, as we just saw me reeling a little bit ago,
Yeah.
common snook, the Florida gar, gaff
Yep.
topsail catfish, largemouth bass, or bass, the Oscar. Shut up. That is not a fish.
No, but it's bad for. Oh God! Right.
The red drum, radiator sunfish, and the warmouth. And then our uniques here in the Everglades is the largemouth bass, gaff topsail catfish, Florida gar, common snook, and the butterfly peacock bass.
That's a lot of uniques.
Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 uniques.
I think it's 6. But I might be wrong.
It's 5.
No, I might be wrong. It is 5.
The peacock bass, snook, gar, gaff topsail catfish, largemouth bass. That's 5.
Okay.
Ironically, the tarpon is not available for trophy or unique. You would
Well, it's
think.
pretty much a common fish. But damn, they can be big.
They do get big and they do give a fight.
Luckily, I have the gear to actually handle them on that lake.
Right now, I'm just kind of earning money back.
Yeah, I've got it earning quite a lot back. We'll try and spend 2 days at some point. And get up on my screen.
And here it is, it's nighttime. Which means I'm going to have to...
I am going to have to get off because I need to get some sleep. Got a
You've
long
got to
day
get
today.
off.
Yeah. Yeah, being 6:30 in the morning, I need to get some sleep. Got a lot of stuff to do today.
And it gets dark.
It gets dark, it already is dark outside.
In the game.
Oh, I thought you made a real. Yeah, that's exactly how dark it is outside. I mean, that's in the morning.
Well, time to go for the glow in the dark.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy yourself.
Yep.
And I hope everyone else who's watching the stream is enjoying themselves as well. Really great time with your fishing. I hope you would catch quite a lot more fish.
And let's see, how long have I been streaming?
Good 3 hours and 3 minutes.
3 hours?
3 hours and 3 minutes and counting.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I might actually cut this short. And then next episode we'll be moving to the next location, which will be the Tiber River in Italy.
You're gonna have fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Make sure you take a couple of feeder rods.
Feeder rods, huh?
Yeah. My best advice for it is a couple of feeder rods. Obviously, you're going to be taking your spinner rod anyway.
Yep. Both my caster and my spinner. This is definitely coming with.
But yeah, I suggest taking a float rod with you as well.
Okay, so we'll get let's see. Let's take a look here at my inventory. Because we already got, you know, 2 match rods here.
Yeah.
Your typical spinning rod, bottom rod, and my casting rod. Oh yeah, look at that reward.
But yeah, you know, again. I remember how the places that was annoying.
Hmm.
It is a fun place. I know locations to some of the stuff and haven't on your meals. Anyway, back to I am going to be getting off. And not in that way.
Alrighty.
There it is. But yeah, I hope you enjoy yourself. If I don't see you before, if I don't speak to you before Christmas, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
To go stream on Fisherman Plant? On the Fisherman? Or just go have fun? Or would you rather me wait?
You can go ahead.
You sure?
No matter what, I will be catching up with you anyway. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly when the disc will turn up. Obviously, by hearing that the Raw Mail is behind by at least 3 weeks, you might as well crack on ahead, and I can just catch up when the disc is up. Yeah, if the disc turns up later on today, I can take it to families, get it updated, get the update done, because it's going to take a good 24 hours for the disc to install. Well, the disc won't take long. The update might take a bit anyway, so I'd say just go ahead and run with it. I will catch up with you.
Eventually.
Yeah. And trust me, you've seen how, well, you've heard and you've seen how much I can grind at a game from the images, but not in that way. Just because of the Christmas event. How quick I got that Christmas event done. And how much fish I had to have my keep net at the time. But yeah, I can catch up pretty quick. Especially if it's like the way the system to be, so yeah, to catch up. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy yourself.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, if I don't talk to you tomorrow, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, same back at you. And same goes for everyone else. Merry Christmas to everyone on the stream watching.
I just entered into the nighttime in game, so nothing yet. But I have been catching stuff though. Probably not in my peak time, anyways.
I think the peak time for your first night was high and went low. I remember rightly.
No, looks like this one's going a little low and then it's going to
Oh
go
no.
high.
It goes down and back up again. Yeah. Well, which way it's going to be fun. But yeah. Now.
No, night 2 is going to be low and then it's going to go high.
Yeah. Which is the perfect time for the outlaw trout on Falcon Lake. Downward position. Can't believe that eluded me to let you know that information.
That was so fun. Oh my gosh.
I wish I had remembered that it needed a certain type of weather condition for fish. I just can't believe I forgot that certain fish are particular about the weather conditions.
Well, let's take a look here. I mean, here's the Terra Tarpon right here.
Yeah.
And of course, my keep net. Ugh.
Yeah. But then you had problems with the Terratop, and every time there's been a problem, we should always realise that there's got to be another
Oh, I'm
problem somewhere
enjoying
else.
it, Savage. I have been enjoying it. I've enjoyed it to the point where I actually, because this is the the free download Fishing Planet that I'm playing on. I have enjoyed it so much that I actually went and bought the Fisherman Fishing Planet. And so he's actually Wes, who is in voice with me right now, has went and ordered himself the game as well. So he's waiting to play on that while I'm over here just having fun trolling in Emerald Lake for pike.
Yeah.
But there's the three of our monsters so far: the Terratarpon, the Otagar, Rainbow Outlaw. Um, don't think it's gonna tell me the.
No, it doesn't tell you the time frame or what
No,
you
it's
used to
just
get
gonna
it.
tell me the stats.
Yeah.
No, the only other way would be to go back to Falcon Lake and take a look.
Well, the other option is you just rewatch streams.
Or go back and take a look when I
Yeah. But
marked it, because I did mark it.
well, at least it turned up in the exact location we had. Well, what do we know?
Well, typically, from what I understand, most of the time the monsters will respawn right in the general same area,
Yeah.
but probably not at the exact point that you first caught it, though.
Yeah. As long as you aimed it. Well, you had aimed it.
And there's our pike slasher. That was a funny one to go after. And there's
Yeah.
a funny story with the pike slasher, actually. While I was going after it with Wes in the room, the first night, I could literally see the break of the fin by the pike slasher because of just the. I think it was probably right in the shallows, and you can see just the fin breaking out of the water. And he's just sitting there kind of, pecking at the bait, but doesn't exactly take it. Because he came back, but he's just pecking at it. He never took it. Then the second night that I go after him, boom, right on the first spot.
And what happens 5 seconds later? Bang.
I mean, it didn't take long for the pike slasher to take on the second night. Let's see, there's Dendrofen. That was enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then there's the Mad Eye Buffalo. But one of the things I'm hoping to.
Yeah. Well, obviously, if you look at Dark Shadow Vamp's channel, he actually did stream. Was it yesterday?
Just last night, I actually streamed through the first, what is it, 6 or 7 locations, I think. Hang on, I can tell you.
But
Lone Star,
there are
Lesney
quite
Villa,
a few differences,
Mudwater, Rocky Lake,
between
and
both
Emerald Lake and
games.
Naharan. So yeah, the first 6 places that you can actually go to.
There are quite a few significant differences. He does show throughout the stream, but very short.
you're happy enough to say what quite a lot of the differences are. But unfortunately, I am actually going to have to go because I need to get some sleep, unfortunately. But I'll leave you to answer that question.
All right.
All right. But I hope everyone else enjoys themselves.
Well, you sleep well. Again, if I don't hear from you tomorrow night, you have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you as well. You have a very good Christmas and enjoy your time with your family as well.
Certainly will.
Hope they will have a good Christmas as well.
So, same to all the viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm not streaming tomorrow night, hope you have a good Christmas and are able to spend time with your family in this time of this pandemic going on.
Yeah. Hope you all enjoy it and you all have a great time. Peace out.
Yep. Well, so Savage, to answer your question, what's the difference between this and the Fisherman? When you first start out, the starting quests actually kind of walk you through I think it's like the first 5 rod types that you can actually get, being because we start off with a telescopic rod, then it walks you on how to properly set up a spinning rod, a feeding rod, and a casting rod, and a match rod. So yeah, there's 5 setups that it actually helps you to start out with, and it actually highlights the items that's required, that it suggests, because sometimes I saw it, and you can actually go watch my first video that I did for it. Is it will actually highlight, like, reels or rods, or even line as well. Like, you'll get like 1 to 2, maybe 3 possibilities that you can use for each different rod. And then it will do the same thing when it comes to, like, particular baits that you want to get. I know it did that when I did when I first went to Lesney Villa. So yeah, there's some pretty significant changes, even on the just the way that they kind of made it is very interesting indeed. I will have to say that. But yeah, and then but of course there's also DLC. The DLCs are a tad bit different than the basic game. I'm trying to think what else. Oh yes, and you can actually troll. Not Now, I'm not talking about just standing and holding a line on a rented boat or a boat that you own. I'm talking about actually trolling. So, that's available as well for the fishermen. There's 4 added fish species. And the first one that you can encounter on that is in Mudwater. I know that one for a fact. And then there is a brand new location exclusive to the fishermen. And I did kind of cover that one a little in my video that I've already done for the fishermen. But right now I'm just kind of casual fishing because I just want kind of grinding at the level and even grinding for money. But yeah, I've been enjoying the game though. I really have. I do enjoy going fishing my myself. Really, the actual fishing, not just fishing on this. But I grew up fishing, so this has been new, but enjoyable. And so my running joke with this is I'm hooked on the game. Get it? Hooked. Haha. But and then another difference that both Wes and I even caught is we think that the fisherman is more um, premium based because you do level up rather quickly and you get um, bait coins very quickly. Oh, and that's another thing with the let's see, do I have any? I believe I actually caught some uniques. Let me look real quick. I do believe I have at least one or two uniques. So, um, here you go, the unique long-nosed gar. Um, on, I noticed that on here on this version of the game, you actually get the typical you get your experience, you get your money, and then on the fisherman, instead of getting money for the unique, you actually get bait coins for the uniques instead of the credits or the cash. You actually get bait coins, which I think is pretty cool because I've already caught like maybe 2, 3 uniques on that, so it's pretty cool. So especially if you know something that comes as a unique, like for example here in the Everglades, the peacock bass, the snook, the gar, the gaff topsail catfish, um, largemouth largemouth bass. When I go out though, when I catch those, I won't be catching I won't be getting the money that you get. I'll actually be getting bait coins for it, which I think is cool. Another unique way of gaining bait coins. But yeah, if you feel free to subscribe and like. I try to at least do one live stream a day. There's times when I do two, but um, hit that like and subscribe button and you'll be notified when I go live. Now, if I remember right, I think it was the first 3 monster fish I did not do live, and then the Rainbow Outlaw and the Terra Tarpon have been the only two. No, wait a minute, the Pike Slasher. So there's been 3 monster fish that I have actually caught on live video, whereas I did not do the Mad Eye Buffalo live or the oh gosh, forget what the one for the Colorado is, and the Dendrofin I did not do live. Ooh, get back here? Something tells me I need to cast that down that channel there. Ooh, makes me wonder if, no, I think this might just be a regular bass. I mean, at first I was thinking, okay, maybe this might be a bowfin, but I don't know. We will find out. I just thought about that. But yeah, I think after this fish, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut this go ahead and cut this video. But I don't think I will be streaming tomorrow. Got a trophy largemouth. Nice. But I may or may not be streaming tomorrow night, like I have said, so if I do definitely come back. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. And hopefully the next time that I'm live will be over in the I'm probably gonna zip over to the Netherlands. We'll probably do the Netherlands, and then I may just go do the Netherlands off video just to get that done real quick, and then the next one I'll do live will definitely be the Tiber River in Italy. So thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe, click that like button so that way you can get notified when I go live. So again, thank you all for being with me. If I'm not streaming tomorrow night, hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Stay healthy and eat lots of food. So this is Dark Shadow Vamp with Fishing Planet. Oops, didn't mean to do that.